We are here to celebrate the fact that we have hit the 5k mark. So, first of all, we are going to check a look in, first of all though, with the team over at Ramen Toy, because Ramen Toy have done something quite interesting this week. Ramen Toy have released something that a lot of people were asking some questions about, and this is around all of the kind of figures that they're making at the moment. If you don't know about 80s Commanders and the stuff that Ramen Toy are doing, they're doing a lot of your favorite figures from the 80s that are not Transformers. So they're currently not doing any Transformers. It'll be interesting to see if they ever do any Transformers. Let me know in the comments at the moment. Would you like to see Ramen Toy do something around Transformers? Could be quite interesting, right? If they were another third party. But they're going to be doing the Mask, continuing on with the Centurions. They're also doing Silverhawk and more around the 80s Commander line as well. So Mask is going to be pretty small. Pretty small, 1/24 scale, so similar to the old Mask figures, I guess. I really wish that they had a little bit more articulation. That would be cool. Hi, Transformers UK Collector, good to see you, man. Not spoke to you in a while. Thanks very much for joining the stream. Mega Doomer, thanks, congratulations, cheers. Yeah. Very good. Good beers. Mama Mask. Yes, Taylor man. Mama Mask. The fact that they are bringing Mama Mask back means that this channel is definitely going to start covering all of the Mask stuff that they do, because I've always said that Hasbro are really missing a golden opportunity here when it comes to Mama Mask. They are doing the 80s Commander. They're a bigger scale, so they're at 1/12 scale. And then also the Silverhawks. Silverhawks are like, out of all of these, Silverhawks are probably the thing that I'm the least interested in. I'm not really into the Silverhawk stuff. But the other 80s Commander, that's what they're calling the Apache, is also pretty good. So if you do like Ramen Toy, like I do, go ahead, give them a like, because they are doing some really interesting stuff with figures at the moment. Moving on then, as we go through this, I'm also going to give a little bit of a shout out here to somebody else who is within the Transformers fandom, and that is somebody called...
And now the news, don't touch that dial.
So that is somebody called Alpha Prime 88. Now, I should have got something ready for when I got here, so I've just got to nip off for 1 second just to pick something up. So, for those of you who don't know who Alpha Prime 88 is, Alpha Prime 88 is an absolutely awesome Transformers artist over on Instagram. You should all go and give him a real good follow. He runs competitions, and I have now won 2 competitions, and what he does when you win one of the competitions is he sends you a print of something super cool, and hopefully you can all see this on stream, but look at how cool that is. That is all of the combiners all battling against each other. The artwork that he does is absolutely phenomenal. And you can see what I like on his Instagram is that he shows how he builds up all of these pictures from the line drawings and then scales it up. So this is obviously Megatron. Really cool. Shades it up a little bit and then adds a little bit more color until you get to this. And this is just beautiful. I mean, that is a work of art within itself. You should all go check out Alpha Prime. Awesome artist. Yeah. Transformers UK Collector, 100%. I think you've had some chats with him before in the past. Good old Irish guy. Should definitely check him out on Instagram. If you're watching this, Alpha Prime, because I know that you do, check out my stuff. Thank you very much for the print that you've sent me. I love it. It's going to get framed with the other ones that I've got from you already, so absolutely phenomenal. Moving on then, if you are in the UK, in-demand toys are finally going to get you a Leader Blitzwing. Really slow. As I keep saying, everything over in the UK is super slow when it comes to Legacy at the moment, but it's nice because it means we're finally going to get one. Not something for my collection, but nice enough. Let me know down in the comments, especially Transformers UK collector, are you excited to finally get a Blitzwing here? I'm sure you will be. Moving over to a little bit of fun. Now, this little bit of fun is Gisea Toys. I'm probably saying that wrong every single time I say Gisea Toys, but maybe this is right. Gisea Toys do some really cool stuff, but usually... Hi Big M, how are we doing? Most of the time when we look at Gisea Toys stuff, it's pictures, or sometimes we get a little bit of a computerized animation thing, but they're starting to probably 3D print some of their stuff. So now what we can see is they've made this tape machine, and this tape machine here, this tape machine changes into a bot. So I think this is really, really cool. Lovely, beautiful little bot here. Lots and lots of fun. Yes, Megaduma, a tape dispenser. This is also a picture of the tape dispenser. If you follow my channel enough and you know that I cover Gisea Toys time and time again, what he stood next to here is a compass. So this is actually a compass that transforms into a bot. It is pretty cool. I really, really like what Gisea Toys do. I wish it was really a lot easier to actually get their figures than they made them, because they're just fun. They've also recently made this Trailbreaker, and this was something that we saw again as a visual representation, but again looks like they've 3D printed it, and absolutely awesome. It reminds me very much of something that probably like Magic Square would release. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Magic Square managed to get their little hands on this one and released something similar. It's really cool the way that this one transforms. These super deformed Transformers look awesome, and Gisea Toys have done a great job with this. You can see the heat just opens up at the back. I'm not sure why they did this picture of how the heat opens up, but you can see it opens up. And this is next to a version of Huff. You can see there, that's not Huff. And also, so that's Gisea Toys. Really like what Gisea Toys do. Always a lot of fun. They also made a sperm one once. I think it was them that made the sperm transformer. That was a pretty funny one as well. Moving over to other people doing really interesting stuff. Printformers. Looks like a pop figure. Yeah, it does look a little bit like a pop figure, you're right. And we'll come on to Funko Pop a little bit later. So Printformers, if you don't know who Printformers are, Printformers have just started a website, and they do 3D printed Transformers, usually based on kind of the Marvel universe scales. So Scorponok is not massive. Scorponok's the same size as a Prime and things like this. So really good. Head over to printformers.com to check out what they're doing over there, because they just released the images and the print work and the CAD drawings to be able to do your own Turtles crossover Prime. This is awesome. I wish Hasbro would do something like this, because I'd be all over it. I do wish also that I had a 3D printer, as I keep saying, because this is absolutely amazing. I love it. Just in time for, as well, Shredder's Revenge. I don't know if you've played Shredder's Revenge yet. I played it on my Xbox this morning. It is so cool. If you've got an Xbox, download Shredder's Revenge and play that, because it's not Transformers, but it is absolutely phenomenal. One of the best beat-em-ups I've played in years and years. But this is also such a fun looking figure. Printformers, the figures actually transform as well. You can see here next to Power Master Octopus Prime or Jinrai, that's what he would usually look like. Really, really, really cool. All the different styles, lots of different things to download. Does anybody here have any of the Printformers stuff? Has anybody ever downloaded any of these Printformers? I know I've seen a couple of reviews. I think Emgo even did a review on one, but I would really like to know how easy are these things to print. I know nothing about 3D printers. I speak about them quite often on my channel, but I know very, very little about them. But I know I need to get one. That's something I definitely know. Moving on to DNA Designs, and DNA Designs are getting ready to release their DK37. So the DK37 is going to be an upgrade for Laser Prime. This will make him look a lot better. So he'll make him a little bit more beef, give him a little bit more missile launcher type stuff going on as well, and make that wagon on the back just look a little bit better, fill in all these gaps. We know probably with these legacy figures there's a lot of gaps. That is one thing I will say, there is a lot of gaps, especially if you look at the back of some of the figures. It is a lot of gaps, but look how beefy he looks. Look at him. That is an awesome looking Prime. Looks very similar to actually one of the Primes that I've got up here with the massive guns that kind of go on the arms. Really good. Really nice looking Prime. Definitely something that I would like to have in my collection, and especially with the upgrade kit. Very cool. I wanted to share this because I think this is so funny. Obviously somebody, you need that upgrade kit, Dominic. Yeah, 100%. I think it's well worth it. It upgrades it a lot, right? It makes it look really good. Warren really wants that as well. Warren, I do not blame you. Has anybody got the Laser Prime? I've actually not picked that one up yet. It is something that I think if I saw, I would probably pick up, but I've not been around and actually picked that one up at the moment. I love this picture. Somebody cannot wait for Fans Toys to release the rest of Fort Max, so they built the rest of Fort Max out of boxes. Genius. This is absolutely genius. This is exactly what you need, right? Because I think I'll be about 63 by the time Fans Toys have actually released the rest of this, right? This is the legacy that you'll have to pass on to your children to complete the look of this whole thing. This will be the inheritance that every Transformers fans family will have for the rest of time. Warren, so you've got Laser Prime. Is it any good? Is it a really good figure? Might get the Scourge color as well. Yeah, that could actually be a really good call as well. Waiting for the Laser Prime to drop in price. Yeah, that's another option as well. Yeah, waiting for him to drop in price. Everything in the UK has definitely been hiked up quite a bit. Moving on then, we will now take a look at the Ocular Max Groove. Now, Ocular Max, bring him out. This is part of the set that I'm definitely picking up, so I am absolutely over the moon that I'm starting to see more released, because I will have to say the quality so far on these figures, there's only been one, but has been really good. So I'm okay with them releasing these a little slower as long as the quality stays high on this, and also the way that the figures look. In the robot mode, he doesn't look blocky at all. I think the X-Transbots version looks a little bit blocky, I think. The foot here does look good as well. So I think overall, I'm very happy with my choice of which way I've gone with this version over the X-Transbots version. So any predictions on the other Shattered Glass figures? The other Shattered Glass figures, I don't know. Who haven't they done a repaint of? I don't know. Amazon Maximus, love it. Yeah, Amazon Maximus, definitely. It's two Amazon Maximuses in it. James S. and Jasmine Caesar, both of them Amazon Maximus, 100%. We will christen him Amazon Maximus, 100%. Shattered Glass figures, I don't know. I was surprised when they did a Jetfire. I think I would probably really like to see them do a combiner. I'd really like to see a Shattered Glass version of Devastator or something like that. That would be epic. I think they might do a Shattered Glass Titan, maybe. That'd be good as well. But we will have to see if anything gets released very soon. Something I have not spoke about in a long time is Iron Factory. And I said a while ago as well, the Iron Factory figure that I am the most looking forward to is their take on Grimlock. And this, wow, this looks amazing. The best, most fun looking Grimlock I have seen in a while. I love what New Age are starting to do with their Grimlock. Really, really cool. But if you know me, you know this channel, you know I do like my bots to have something a little bit different about them. I do like getting the normal ones, but I do like to have something a little bit different. And this is very, very different. Love it. Absolutely amazing. As we go through this, we can really start to see the differences this makes. He's going to come with his double swords to fit in with the rest of that kind of historical looking bots that they're doing. He looks like a proper samurai with all that armor, big massive laser cannons on his back. He looks highly posable as well, so I'm really happy. He gets a massive like knife attacker as well. That is really cool. And they get those kind of flags, that samurai flags that they have with all of their horses and things like this. He gets them as well, so I am super happy with the way that this looks. I think up until now I'd only seen grey images, and I'd also only seen like some drawings of this one, so it's really good to see a bigger. I can't wait. My pre-order is in on ShowZ on this. It has been for a while, but yeah, really cool. Looking at some of the comments, question, what's the difference between Mastermind Creations and Ocular Max? I think it's just the lines. I think they are the same company, but they have like the Ocular Max line and then the Mastermind Creations line, and even with that they have different lines within those. It's the same company as far as I'm aware, similar to like KFC and X-Transbots, so it's the same as far as I'm aware. I'm sure people will tell me if there is any real difference. Maybe you can help us out here, but that's certainly my understanding. Now, that's how you do a Grimlock. Yeah, Transformers UK Collector, 100%. And also, everybody who's here now, if you don't follow UK Transformers Collector over on Instagram and right here on YouTube, well worth following. Shares pictures of lots of G1 stuff and the newer stuff as well. He is rocketing through those through the Instagram, the people that follow him on Instagram, so really cool. Love to see other Transformers creators grow in the way that he has, so please go over to Instagram and give him a follow, and also give him a bit of a subscribe on YouTube as well. Why not? Really hope Iron Factory does all the Dinobots. They are going to do all of them, I believe. They're going to do them. Also, Kang Toys are doing quite an interesting version as well of those. So I think for all of you Dinobot lovers out there, and Alpha Prime 88, if you're watching this, I know you are as well, 100%. There is going to be a lot of different Dinobots for you to pick up very soon. Runis, the two-handed double axe is my favorite. Yeah, two-handed axe, two-handed weapons on bots always looks cool. Really nice to kind of pose them and make them look good. Everything looks really good with that one. I thought you were going to say Pizza Hut. Why? For what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I would say Pizza Hut. I've eaten today. I've been for a very nice meal tonight, so I don't want to eat anything else at the moment. Evening, Adam. How are we doing? And Mango as well. Moving on now, we're gonna go to the next part, which of course is everyone's favorite. This is where we're gonna start to hit up Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu. So Dr. Wu have been showing off the fantastic teeny tiny looking Megatron. So this is the Menace King. Nice name. I love their little names that they have. Menace King is really cool. Very small. If you don't know about Dr. Wu, then Dr. Wu create figures that are like yay big. I've got some upstairs. I haven't got any behind me right now. Next time I do a live stream, actually, I need to make sure that I bring a Doctor Wu figure just to show how small and teeny tiny the Doctor Wu figures really are. But they are extremely, extremely small. But they're also posable and transform as well. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Really glad that you like the channel as well. Nice. James S joining in with a Doctor Wu. Doctor Wu. Someone actually said to me the other day, why do you sing? I was like, why not? Why don't I sing? It's all good. It's all good. Having a bit of fun, mate. That's what it's all about. So you can see here, highly posable. Can't wait to see the paint on this. And he also transforms into his original gun mode, which will also be teeny tiny. And he comes with the sight and the silencer and also the support as well. So all in all, this is going to be a really good looking figure to go with the rest of your Doctor Wu figures if you have any. I have the Galvatron and the Soundwave at the moment. Also, you can remove the attachments that you have on that just so that you're left with the gun on its own. So all in all, this will be great. They usually come in a twin pack as well, so I don't know what Doctor Wu figure will come with Megatron. It's not usually it doesn't usually make any sense, the ones that just come together. So we will see. Is that from Doctor Who? It's kind of from Doctor Who, yeah, but it was actually from we spoke about this on the last live show that I did. It's actually KLF's version of rock and roll, basically, but then they put Doctor Who. It was called like Doctor Who and the TARDIS or something. Just type in KLF and then Doctor Who and you'll hear the song in the original. So it's like Doctor Who, the TARDIS, that one. So I can just do Doctor Who instead. So that's where that came from. That's a bit of Vector Sigma lore for you if you're wanting to know. And this again, this is a little bit of fun. I don't know why. I think it was In Demand in the UK shared this, or it may in fact have been Kapow. It was one of the two, but they shared these figures. I wanted to talk about it here. Not official Transformers, but fun nonetheless. These are coming from Bandai, and this is a robot that turns to a burger and turns into a land mover. I don't know what you'd call that. Dumper truck? Whatever we call it. But how cool is that? You can get 3 modes out of this one figure. One completely useless, and the other is a dumper truck. We also get something else from these as well. So one is Truckosaurus Rex, let's be fair, right? If you watch The Simpsons, you know what I'm talking about. Truckosaurus Rex transforms into a teeny tiny car and a tree. A tree! Turns into a tree. Yes, machine men are back. GoBots. It does remind me a little bit of the GoBots type thing. Yep, definitely. Prime Animations, love your channel, pal. Thanks for keeping us informed and keep singing that tune, brother. Thank you. Burger Dozer, amazing. Burger Dozer is the name for this. Well done, Mega Doomer. Really like that. A bulldozer. Of course it's a bulldozer, but Burger Dozer, I think that's a really, really cool name for it. So what would this dude be then? So if we had Burger Dozer as well, this one's just tree. I don't know. I'm not sure what we'd call that one. Triosaurus Rex? I don't know. But there's also another one that turns into a bot, a tomato, and a lobster. Amazing. Useless. But I think we can all agree, amazing. I don't know the size of these things, but however big they are, they're amazing, right? They are just pure genius from Bandai. Using that old GoBots license, exactly like you said there, just to do something a little bit fun and a little bit different. Tax tree? Well, tax tree could be. This one turns from a little bit of a dog type affair into a train and a bug. T-Rex. Oh, T-Rex, Warren. Of course it's T-Rex. Of course. Apparently they're doing a continuation of the Robo Machine line from Bandai. Ah, okay. A Trumpster Locomotion. They're pretty good, aren't they? I mean, you've got to love these. This Stag Beetle always reminds me as well of the Guyver. I don't know if anybody watched Guyver. I mean, the Guyver is one of my favorite animes of all time, and you had that force of Zoanoids and one of them really looked like a beetle, and this just completely reminds me. They look like Happy Meal toys. They do look like Happy Meal toys. They also kind of remind me of the Bots. You know what Hasbro have tried to do? I wish Hasbro had made the Bots kind of this fun and just this ridiculous. But you're right, those old Transformers that turned into Happy Meal things, they're just fun. Really, really, really fun. If they're not too expensive, I think I will probably be picking these up, and so will Transformers UK Collector as well. I think I'll review these on the channel, even if it's just for a bit of fun on April Fool's Day or whatever, because this one turns into, I don't even know what the other piece is. There's a spaceship. There's some kind of dog with sunglasses that's a spaceship with 4 legs. And is the other one a USB drive? Is that what the other piece is here? Is it a spaceship and a USB? I don't know. But it looks pretty interesting. And when they combine together, it's a dog with glasses and wings. Amazing. Well done, Bandai. And then finally, I believe we have the bot that turns into a shark. And also a drinks dispensing machine. What every collection needs, right? You don't know you need it until you see a rubber. It could be a rubber. Let's just take it back. Is it a rubber? Is it a rubber? It's not going to let me take it back to just that bit, is it? No. Is it a rubber? Do we think that's a rubber? Yes, it is. It looks like an eraser. All right, I'll go with all of you. If you were telling me that is an eraser, I'll go with you. For me, it still looks like a USB drive, but I will go with the majority here, and I will say that is also a rubber. You've twisted my arm. Then we move on to one of the best figures that I've reviewed this year, and one of the best figures that I've picked up is finally getting its IDW version coming out. This is the new Age take on Cyclonus. This dude is the best. He is amazing. The best Cyclonus in my collection. Really, really cool. And now we're getting an IDW version, and this is the first time we've been able to see the artwork for the box. Now, New Age, when they do their box art, is usually a callback to something. What is this a callback to? I don't know. I have no idea what this is. I don't think... Is it just a callback to something from the comics? There's lots of 1s and 0s and things. What am I missing here? I can usually get it. But this one? No, I couldn't get this one. Shalpai says neat. Yeah, very, very neat. But I can't work this one out at all. So if anybody knows what this is a callback to, it's some nice artwork. I don't honestly know what it's a callback to. The back of the box is going to be the product shop. We can see the differences. It's got slightly more popular armor. It's got that more kind of meshy looking armor as well, just like the IDW version. And then also his horns on the top of his head are a little bit different, and he has 2 swords instead of just the small ones. I think, in fact, all in all, I'm going to end up picking up about 3 or 4 of this figure, similar to when I did the Galvatron, and I ended up getting loads and loads of different versions of it. If you do not have this version, if you don't have the New Age version of Cyclonus, I highly recommend that you go out and you pick this up. If you don't know anything about New Age and you haven't bought a New Age figure before, this is one of the best New Age figures, one of the best figures I have ever had in my hands. It is amazing, looks awesome in both modes, and the good thing about collecting Legends is, you know, you can get a lot of them on your shelf, and look at that. From certain angles, I do still think that the back is a little bit big, but all in all, it is a phenomenal figure. You can go back and watch my review on the channel. It's one of the last reviews I did. The change that you'll get on this is that front piece, because on this he doesn't have those skirts, you see. So on this, those skirts kind of lie here on the side, so it makes a little bit of a difference to the alt mode here as well. So when I get this, I will probably then keep this dude in his alt mode and then have the other one in his bot mode, in his IDW stylings. Really awesome figure. Has anybody else picked up the Cyclonus from New Age? Let me know down in the comments, because, you know, I wanna know if anybody else is feeling this the same way that I'm feeling this one, because it is just an amazing figure. APC continue to do what they do best, which is make Transformers Prime figures, and we know that they are going to be doing this version of Arachnid. Yeah, her name just slipped from my brain for a second there. So they're doing their version of Arachnid. This is the box art. The figure itself looks good as well. They're calling it Night Countess Dark Forest. Cool. But it's really good to see that they are continuing on with this line, because not many people are doing anything with Transformers Prime. Nobody's doing anything interesting at all with it. Third-party companies, Masterpiece ones, don't really seem to be touching it. But yeah, 100% I'm looking forward to this. APC have done an awesome Megatron, an okay RC. They also did a fantastic Phenomenal Prime. If you are looking to pick up some Transformers Prime figures, highly recommend that you do this. Transformers UK Collector, not dipped my toe into the New Age stuff yet. You should, but be careful, because once you do, it's difficult to undip your toe. I suddenly found myself picking up a lot of New Age, but like I said, the good thing about New Age is you get a lot of space on your shelf, because they're a lot smaller than most of your figures, and they're most of the time of much better quality. Yep, Pokeguru, you saw my my next slide there. So the video went ahead a little bit of where I wanted to do, but we are going to check in and look at one of the newest pop arts that's coming out. Pop arts or Funko Pops that's coming out. This is Unicron. So they are going to be doing this jumbo sized limited edition at the Comic-Con. This is going to be big. I haven't seen how big. I can't see anywhere how big, but it's going to be jumbo pop size. So I guess it's going to be about the same size as the one they did for the Child. So if you've missed out on getting yourself the Hasbro Unicron, I guess you could pick this up. I don't know. I'm not a pop collector. My brother likes a little bit of the pop stuff, but yeah, it's alright. It's alright, innit? It's okay for what it is. I'm glad to see some people down in the chat are super happy. If you are in the UK, like I am, then Kapow are telling you that you need to order this Jetfire before Sunday. Okay? If you don't order it before Sunday, you're not going to be able to do it. Something to do with exchange rates, and this figure is already super expensive. So if you want it, head over to Kapow and get your pre-order in before Sunday. 10-inch. So James S says that the pop is going to be 10-inch. Cool. Now, staying on the subject of Jetfire, Takara good old Takara, who like to give me some copyright strikes sometimes, have released a video of how to do Jetfire, how to transform it, what it's going to look like in all of the modes. So if you were interested in seeing a little bit more about this, you can go over to Takara's YouTube page, where you'll be able to have a little look at what this figure looks like. Usually I would show the video and just talk over the video, but the copyright struck me last time for just showing a little piece of it, so I'm not going to do it now. I'm just going to show these images here. It looks, you're right, I'm with you, Klinkle. It does look odd. I think it looks okay. I'm not sure if I'm ready to replace my Siege Jetfire, in all honesty, with this. Sniper Prime thinks that this looks amazing. Good. I know there's a lot of people super excited, but it is up at like nearly $300, right? It is pretty pricey. They showed some of the transformation. Transformation looks pretty smooth, not too difficult. My challenge with this, I think, you know, we all know that a lot of the Masterpiece ones are just going to be made out of plastic. There's not going to be too much die cast or anything in this. So how sturdy is it all going to feel? Has it got that weight and that gravitas that you want from your Masterpiece ones? I do feel that that's where the last Masterpiece that I picked up, Nightbird, yep, the RC, that's what in hand, it just didn't feel like a Masterpiece when you're dealing with some of the third-party companies and stuff like that, and there's the weight and everything around it that feels like a Masterpiece. In hand, it just didn't feel like one. Mega Doom is saying a pass on this one. Yeah, I'm erring towards a little bit of a pass as well. I think there's something with the face as well, and we'll come to that now. There is multiple faces that you're going to be able to do with this, and one of them is absolutely hilarious. I do love the fact that they're saying alternate transformation mode, aka mistransformed, aka look what you can do. I think that is pretty funny that they've done that. I was afraid it would be the same price as their Prime. I don't know, it's really expensive. I know that it's up at like 200 and something pounds. This alternate mode is okay. I wonder how well it can keep the balance. You also have the added mistransformed airdrop mode. I guess this was used, so it's pretty interesting that they've built that into the transformation. So you can do that if you want, and it's a big selling point according to the team over at Takara. So if you want to be able to do that, that's cool. I do like, though, all the accessories that we're getting with this. There is a lot. There is those little minifigures as well, and I think that the stand is beautiful. This orange stand that looks like it can connect with other things, really cool. Lots of different faces, Decepticon symbol, Autobot symbol, guns. I do wonder, will Prime, Wheeljack and Jazz be painted? I hope so. I hope they don't cheap out and they do give you some decently painted, decent quality mini figures for these, because I know we didn't get those with Unicron. He does look posable with his gun that looks okay. The face, like I said, the face is odd. The face is a little bit of a bizarre one for me. You do get some other options for the gun placement, so you can put it actually on the back, on the shoulder, or on the front with the gun. So that's interesting, I guess. But these are hilarious. I think you've got super serious, you've got, I don't know, burping Jetfire, you've got one that's like, I don't know, he looks like he's had a good night out on the town, and then one with a blast shield. I think my favorite out of all of these would definitely be the one that's going to pop up in a second. If I did get this is definitely the face that mine would have. I would just keep him with this kind of happy, kind of had a few drinks, had a good night on the town type face, which was it just looks pretty interesting to have these faces that kind of look like that, right? Looking down at the comments now, I may get this Be my first official Masterpiece Transformers. Cool, nice. If you've not had Masterpiece Transformers before, I really hope that this one does pay off for you. The first one I got was the Ghostbusters version of the Optimus Prime, and I love that figure, but straight off the bat, the fuel canisters on the side in the alt mode don't attach correctly, and that really irritates me and definitely made me think, this ain't Masterpiece. This just isn't Masterpiece. And I actually wrote to Hasbro and complained and pretty much got no answer. All in all, they just told me to return it to the person I bought it from. Not much help. So you get two different symbols here, the Autobot and the Decepticon symbol, that you can place on right there. Have a little bit of fun with it, and then yeah, lots of storage for the symbols, and there's also going to be some storage for the three faces as well. So cool. 3 minifigures, as we've already said. I don't know if these are going to be posable at all. Wheeljack looks like he's getting a little bit of a pose on, right? So maybe there's a little bit of twist, a little bit of articulation with these ones, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Probably not, knowing Hasbro or Takara. The jet mode does look really good though, and it's going to be of a fair size as well, it has to be said. I think it is going to be bigger than the normal Jetfire from Siege and War for Cybertron, and it's good to have all these little places where the figures can go. Again, maybe there is some articulation. You can see a little bit of bend in Prime's leg there, and you can see Wheeljack's hand up in the air, but has he got like a massive fist going on there? I don't know. It all looks a little bit odd, to say the least, but the stand looks incredible. Very, very sturdy. It actually looks very similar to the Stealth Jet version of Megatron that I got not so long ago, that came with a pretty cool stand like this. So all in all, I think it looks good, but I don't think it's something that's going to be going into my collection. But the more I see it, the more I doubt it. When I first saw it, I was like, yes, this looks good. And then as I get on, I'm like, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. And then, yeah, I guess Jetfire is the most Gundam of them all. Well, definitely. Well, I mean, the original figure, right, came from, someone will remind me down in the comments where it came from. It obviously wasn't an original Transformers. It was from an anime, and I've come Macross. Thank you. It was from Macross. So yeah, again, and that was called something else as well in the States for a while as well. It wasn't just called Macross. So that was the original, came from there, which is why the figure looked so bizarre originally, and it looked completely different to how it looked in the G1 cartoon. So yeah, it's good. Robotech, that was it. Yeah, it was called Robotech. That was the one from Bandai. Also, coming up very, very soon, in fact on the 23rd, which is not very far away at all, Hasbro Pulse is having another live stream. So cool. Let's hope for more figures. So what do people want out of this live stream? Do people think that we're going to get some more Shattered Glass reveals? I think we will get a couple more Shattered Glass reveals. I really hope that it's a couple of good ones as well. Let's go 5 key live stream. Yep, glad found your channel. Love the news updates. Thank you very much. Yeah, I try and do it every single week. It's going to be very challenging, in all honesty, for the next few weeks, because my real job is going to involve me doing a lot of traveling. So I'm going to be having to do this from hotel rooms all over the UK and Europe. But hey, I'll still do it. And also when I go over to a holiday as well. So 100%, I'll still do it. I'll still get it. I'll get it out every single Tuesday and Saturday. Of course I will.